Hi, my name is Ashley DeLuca, and I'm here to talk to you about how to use formative assessments using the 7 strategies for assessments for learning, but focusing on strategy for teaching students to self-assess and set goals for the next step. The 7 strategies are connected to the main goal of adjusting teaching and learning so both students and teachers know what actions to take to keep learning on a successful track. It's important for student learning because they're able to reflect on what they're learning and work towards closing the gap. The goal with all of my students is to open their eyes to a growth mindset to connect, develop, and continue to grow their mathematical mindset. We're teaching and preparing students of the future for jobs that might not exist yet. So it's important that they're able to explore, be able to make mistakes without fear, which is not what I'm seeing from my students. Many of them come to me asking for if they're right or wrong in fear of being wrong. So after completing strategies 1, 2, and 3, by having students identify what a clear learning target looks like, knowing how to differentiate with good and bad examples, and having quality feedback, allows them to stop and think about what they're learning, which is why it's important for self-assessment to be a part of the learning process. Self-assessment helps continue their learning. This isn't to be confused with grading. It is important that students focus on the descriptive language about the attainment of the intended learning rather than the grade or the mark on their paper. It helps students focus on improving their work and not their grade. Students need the chance to practice monitoring themselves to be able to use the skills in the future. Student achievement improves when students are required to reflect. The first 4 strategies are the building block to successfully setting up students properly to self-assess. So to implement this, you have to complete the following things: self-assessment, justification, goal setting, and an action plan. Self-assessment is the student's opinion of how they're doing, and it's important that they can support their opinion with evidence. Their evidence is from the practice that they receive and the feedback that's given to them from those assessments and from you. Justifying their judgments or decisions with actual reference to their work and explaining why they did what they did is a crucial part of mathematics, but also with learning. This leads them to goal setting. The goal setting is based off of their self-assessment and or your feedback. You want them to have specific and challenging goals that can equate to a growth mindset that trigger effort than low challenge goals. Allow students to build stamina and persistence like a growth mindset. With proper goals, students will be able to see that growth and to tap into knowledge and strategies that they have and build more knowledge and strategies. So this, by setting a goal, making a plan, and having them work to achieve it, allows them to answer the questions: where am I going, where am I now, and how do I close the gap? And this leads them to their action plan. The action plan allows them to assess where they're at and to come up with a plan of how they're going to close the gap. If you prompt them with questions that focus on their strengths and their highest priority and what they need to review, their learning targets become more focused and their learning strategies become more focused. So make sure that students can define when and where they're going to achieve the goal in part of their action plan. Throughout this, you have to check for understanding, and this is where students will take mini self-assessments after learning targets in order to assess where they're at, in order to further their action plan to close those gaps. To become successful, students have to practice in self-assessing so that they can justify their learning with real evidence based off of their work, so that they can set goals and map out a plan so that they know where they need to go and how to get there. Converting a rubric to a checklist of descriptive phrases for them to use to look over in their work to turn it in helps build self-efficacy, sets clear targets, and helps them improve their learning. My focus on strategy 4 was to help instill a growth mindset in my students regarding their mathematical mindset. I want to start by involving students to increase their motivation and engagement in the classroom through self-assessments and goals, and that is why I chose to focus on this. Thank you for listening.